Hi, my name is Dani Raznikov. I'm from Israel. I'm a sophomore majoring in software engineering, and I'm a grandmaster. Okay, hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you my game in the Southwest Open against our ex-first seed, Denis Kadric. Normally we wouldn't show a game against other team member, but the problem is since I came to the US, he's the only player I play well against, so I don't have much choice. Okay, so d4, d6, knight f3, g6, c4, bishop g7, knight c3, knight d7. So we had this game once 2 years ago in Southwest. So I wasn't surprised that Denis repeated this line. Yeah, so now knight h6. That's like the Bosnian variation. Denis is very famous for this. We actually had a similar game in this line. It went something like, no, it's not here for some reason.
35%.
Yeah. I don't know why it's not showing here. No, never mind. Yeah, anyway, it was like something like e5, bishop g2, knight h6, castle, castle, e4, f6. And this position is looks kind of funny for black, but on the other hand, it's not so clear for white what should be the plan, because I don't really want to play d5 because he's ready for quick f5. And if I don't play, he just goes knight f7 and c6. And he's very solid, and he played like thousands of games on this line, so it wasn't a very successful game. Yeah, so I had to refute knight h6 basically in the 5 minutes that I had to prepare. Also another game that was played by Denis against Boris Polic in the final four, something like that. But that wasn't very convincing.
Is that where he marched his king? Yes, I remember that game.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really convinced by white here, so...
F10 was stupid, F5 one.
What?
I'm okay there. So king F7 just F5.
Yeah, anyway, it looks good for you. So I thought, why not to play h4 immediately? Probably doesn't really make much, but I just thought that if I put my pawn on h5, it would be annoying a little bit for him. Whenever he moves the knight, I might play h6, or maybe take everything and somehow press on g6 whenever he plays f6. But so I basically prepared this one move, and after knight f6, I was out of my book.
Me too.
That was very nice. I had
Before I was out of my book.
Yeah, I had to kind of compose myself, not to laugh in this position. But okay, I guess I have to start playing on my own. So I thought I don't really like bishop g2 because after castle, castle, he can put his knight on g4, and even those two knights stand a bit stupid, it's not so easy to...
What if you push h5 after knight f6?
I just take it.
With
No,
bishop h6. Oh, okay.
you can't put G4
Very
every
nice.
Let's just demonstrate it for our viewers. If you play g4, you can take on g4. Yeah, so... Yeah, anyway, maybe bishop g2 is a normal move, but I wasn't sure what's my next plan. If I play knight e1 to play f3 somehow, you can play knight h5. It looks kind of stupid, but I wasn't sure if there is an advantage here. I checked it later. For 5 minutes, so I wasn't convinced. Yeah, so I decided to play e4. Now maybe put my bishop on e2, and if I manage to somehow prepare knight h2 and g4, then his knight is going to be really stupid.
But coach, that's why is the knowledge. I'm not afraid of the attack.
Yeah, so bishop e2, knight h4. Honestly, I kind of assumed you're going to play c5, and after d5, something like that. That would be like kind of typical. I mean, it's an interesting version of the Benko gambit. I mean, your knights are not so stupid, and my king side is weak. So I think you have like decent counterplay here, even if it's slightly better for me still. But the thing is, I can simply play d takes c5, and queen. If he takes, then bishop g5 is a bit unpleasant for you, because the knights are still very ridiculous. And after queen a5, then I castle, queen takes e5, bishop at 3, queen c7, and your nice move is knight h2, basically. Threatening queen d2, and it's not very pleasant for black. What?
King h8 and knight
That would be in Dani's style, but
Coach is very resourceful.
yeah. I mean, he can play queen d7, knight g4 anyway, but he's worse there. Okay, so I played knight h4. Okay, now Zura suggested the bright move h5. Honestly, you probably can take on h5, and if knight h4, then play something like c5. Computer says it's unclear. I guess in reality it's unclear. I don't know what to say about this position, but g takes h5 is a brave move to make. So then he's played c5, d5. Still here b5 I thought is a good idea. Now there is interesting lines. Basically, if I take here first and take, then after a6 it's not so clear at all. You have some ideas like c4, for example. If I take knight h5, it's not really clear how can I castle, because queen b6 and maybe rook takes f3 or some knight takes g3 tricks. This position is actually dangerous for white. So I probably should not take on g6 and play something like h6, bishop h8, and then play this kind of Benko gambit, which in my opinion is slightly better for white, but at the same time black has fighting chances. Definitely not knight takes h5, which was played. Knight g5.
I blundered, coach.
Yeah, he blundered, coach.
I didn't see.
Yeah, knight h7 is the brilliant tactic. Yeah. Okay, so here, I mean, Dennis played queen e5 and offered draw. I was a bit puzzled by this decision. So it's hard to suggest something active for black because he has just this h file open. I just want to get out with my pieces somehow, remove my king and double on the h file, and then I will see if I manage to mate him or not. Actually, it's probably not so easy because the bishop on g7 is still a very good defender. But anyway, queen a5, bishop d2, and queen b4. This was the idea of black. I don't really have a comfortable way to defend both pawns. So if I take here and play queen b3, that's what Dennis expected, then probably it's not a lot for me. I still feel like it should be slightly better for white, but not very exciting, and the h file is not really felt. So I wasn't impressed by this. But at the same time, I thought it's very natural to play bishop e2. So pretty much black has to take the pawn. Otherwise, all this maneuver was really useless. And what I planned when I played bishop e2 is this move. I wasn't sure if my rook is ever going to get to h3, but I thought it could be cool if I managed to put it this way. And even though computer gives you like equality or very close to equality, I wasn't sure at all what black should do in the game, because white's moves are really simple. I just want to, in some way, play queen c1, just bishop h6, move this knight somewhere, put my rook. You can't really say that the pawn up is felt. Oops. Yeah, so if queen d8, this is the illustration of how it could be. Yeah, now this is an important move. Basically, there is no clear way how to mate the king while the bishop is on f6. So I have to probably transfer it to b2 and try to exchange it. Afterwards, it's going to be really unpleasant for the black king. And he cannot really break with e6 because I can always take with the knight on d5 and have another piece in the attack. So I don't really know how black should defend here. Bishop d7 is an idea, but not very good one. I mean, it's natural, but I just play queen c1. I cannot obviously take here because I don't want to exchange the knights. And knight b5, he can just take here, rook a3, queen b2. Still 2 pawns down. But I can play queen c1. Now the threat is queen b5, knight b5. And if he takes, and if queen takes, then see, I can make colors. Then rook a3, capturing the queen. And also I want to play bishop h6, and
You missed, I have bishop. I have queen b2 there. You meant knight d1, not knight b5. Queen c1, and now threaten like knight d1, not knight b5. Knight b5, I have queen a2, queen b2.
yeah, you do have it. Yeah. Well, knight d1 you can just retreat also. It's like long-term threat. You will see. You will see. I don't want to spoil it. Yeah. So also bishop h6 is the main idea to exchange it. Yeah. So rook fb8. The idea is push b5, but it never really in time. So yeah, I could play here knight b5, but after queen d8, I feel like the knight here is not really doing anything in the attack. And maybe I'm on time to mate, maybe not. Oh, say rook bh3 first. Bishop a6, bishop e5. And I can win an exchange by taking here and knight c7, but that's not what I want here. And the knight just felt not in the right place. And plus it's like very typical move here for white. Zua, what would you play here for white?
For white.
Maybe Kasper. He looks interested.
I don't know and I don't remember the game, so.
Five.
This guy, he's good, yeah? He can play. I mean, yeah, Kasper, you play e5 to open the square e4 to the knight.
We will send this to the Georgian Federation. It's a d5.
Yeah. Yeah, basically if d takes e5, now everything is very smooth with the knight on e4, because I have the square on f6, or maybe knight g5 at some stage. Oh yeah, I like this variation, because I can just play queen h6, and even though I'm 2 pawns down, the black king can never really escape. He can play f6, but this is lost for him. Yeah, so bishop e5, knight e4, but okay, black played queen takes a2, but bishop e4 was a nice trick. The idea is if bishop takes a5, I mean it's still somehow not so winning, still big advantage for white, but black is not losing material yet. But a cool way to refute bishop f4 is just to play rook c3. And now, if you exchange the bishop, then I take with the queen on d2. And on the next move, the queen comes to h6. And if he goes back, then basically rook h3 is over. Yeah, so queen takes a2. Rook h3. Another nice line here. It doesn't really matter here because I have all my pieces in the attack, but queen a1, maybe to give a piece and try to get some counterplay. But here I can play g5, so now the threat is knight f6 and mate. And if bishop g7, then still knight f6, bishop c3. And there is no way to prevent a mate.
Bishop c3 was mate.
It was mate, surprisingly, but
No, b5, bishop c3. Is it mate or not?
here? No, what? Well, but it's not a mate, right? Because you still have the square on f6.
You take an e5. You escape at least temporarily.
g5, no?
e5 and king f8.
No, man.
It's probably also winning, obviously. Yeah, but
So black is not in time for a counterplay on the a5?
here it's more like clear mate. Yeah. Fortunately, Dani's played knight f8, bishop c3. I like how actually I managed to put all my pieces in the attack, f6, Now I realized I will not mate. What would you play here, Kasper?
I'll take the queen easy.
Ah, he sees it. Yeah.
You could have castled also. Interesting.
Yeah, so Black resigned, and I was happy. I also wanted to say thank you to Dennis that allowed me to show this game, because it's not obvious. Thank you.
All right.